Today is 696 day that I'm here to share lessons I learned. I'm learning. I hope those lessons support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about willpower, because willpower is one of the essential things to really not to procrastinate and really take action, pursue the things that you want. Because if you want to pursue the things that you want, you must take action. And really what allows to take action is our willpower. So I will share today 10 things that really weakens your willpower. And of course, when you have weak willpower, it's very hard to take action. You start to think about procrastination, you start to think that you're not enough, and you're not able to take action. And without taking action, you will not be able to achieve the things that you want. So today I will share 10 things that weakens your willpower, and you need to be very careful not to fall into those things. Tomorrow I will share what you're able to do to increase and strengthen your willpower. But today, I will share what you need to look out for and the things that slows down your willpower and makes it weaker. Some things makes you weaker for a day, some things makes you weaker for long term. So we need to make sure to understand that what weakens your willpower for a day and what weakens for a month, or maybe for years. So number one thing that weakens your willpower is fatigue. And how is fatigue came? A lot of times we do so many things that really reduce the willpower. So that means we do so many small decisions during the day that our willpower reduces. So that means I've always believed that we need to be very careful where we use our decision-making process and where we use our willpower, because we need to use our willpower for essential things, needle-moving activities. Because if you just in emotion and you just think on small decisions every single day and you act on small things, your willpower is used anyways. So where do you use your willpower? For meaningful things or not meaningful things? Because there is a huge difference between being busy and being productive. And being productive is using your willpower on things that matters. Because there is a huge difference between unimportant and important things. Because some unimportant things are urgent. And a lot of times people spend so much time on unimportant but urgent things. And because they spend all the willpower on that, they're not able to spend any time on important, but sometimes maybe not urgent yet things. But most beautiful things in life are hidden in that not urgent but important things. Because like a lot of times people want to improve their life, but say, it's not that important yet, because there's all those urgent things. So when you're able to use your willpower to focus on not urgent yet, but super important, then of course life could change to better. Number 2 is stress. Stress is really taking a lot of willpower, because the stress, what it does, it takes away ability to really focus on things that matters. Because during stress, you focus on things that you're not able to control. You focus on the past, you focus on the future, and that stress doesn't allow to take on the willpower. So we need to make sure that we're able to control our stress, and we have in place stress management tools like mindfulness, meditation, being able to be present. And of course, when you're able to be present, you're able to use and turn on the willpower fully. Number 3 is lack of sleep. Sometimes people just don't have willpower that day because they didn't sleep. It's very hard to take action and use the willpower to full scale when you slept only a couple hours during the night. So what are you able to do to really have a better sleep? How to take care of your sleep better? There's a lot of books and YouTube lessons about how to manage your sleep better, because sleep is essential to really manage your willpower. Number 4 is hunger. When I'm hungry, I get angry. When I get angry, I'm not able to really execute on willpower because I think about how to get food. And this becomes into survival, because if you are hungry, majority of time what you think about is hunger rather than pursuing the thing that you want. So being able to really schedule your meal times and put in your backpack, if you're going out, something that you're able to snack on, that you don't need to think about hunger, but you're able to pursue the things that you want. That is very, very important. So that means managing your hunger is important to have the willpower all day long. Number 5 is negative emotions. During the day or in general, some emotions are following you for years, and those emotions are not allowing you to really pursue full scale willpower. It could be some kind of anger, it could be some guilt, it could be some blame. You need to ask, what emotions is slowing me down? I need to heal from those emotions. You need to take care of those emotions. I don't say that those emotions are not legit. I'm just saying that even though that you have those emotions, you don't need to stay with them. That means that you're able to let them go, and because willpower is much more important than any sad, bad emotion that you have. That is for sure. Number 6 is lack of clarity. A lack of clarity. People have a lot of willpower, but they just don't know where to use it. And that's of course because they don't know where to use it. They have neither clarity, neither motivation. So it's very, very important not just build willpower, but really build the clarity and understanding, the planning. And when we have a minute, we need to strategize and think, okay, which one path I really want to take? Because when you have two paths and you're still thinking which path to take, and that decision making process takes forever, you don't use willpower. And because you don't use the willpower, you lose the willpower. Because when you have a muscle, you don't use a muscle, you lose a muscle. Exactly the same with willpower. When you have willpower, you need to use it to keep it. Number 7 is environmental cues. It means in what kind of environment do you live? Maybe there is a lot of foolish distractions. Maybe there's the TV is always on. Maybe there's some snacks all over the place. Maybe video games is open. Or how you set up your environment, because you're able to put your environment to succeed, or you can put your environment full of distractions. Because in my home there is no distraction. I don't have any TV. I don't have video games. I don't have anything. I don't buy things that really could potentially distract me. And that's, I think, essential to keep yourself be more productive. I love simple home to make sure that I really able to work at home as well. Because I know that if my home is cluttered, my willpower reduces. Number 8 is overexertion. That is very interesting. A lot of times people have so much willpower, and one big mistake of them is overexertion. I'm guilty of that as well. I have tried to execute so many things in such a short period of time that you lose the willpower in that day because you just overextended yourself too much on too many things at the same time. That means you need to again back this a little bit back in the together with clarity. So what are those important priorities that you're able to focus your intention? Because otherwise, if you do not know and you don't are not clear and you focus on two things at the same time rather on one, sometimes you can feel that you don't have enough willpower because you exert yourself too much. It's very important to really maximize your willpower when you focus on one thing at a time. Number 9 is unrealistic goals. Now, we have a clarity, like what kind of goal you want to have, but sometimes we define how much we want to achieve in a certain period of time. And that means that this could be unrealistic. And when you think about that goal, it's so daunting. And because it's so daunting and you're scared of that goal, not because you're not able to achieve, but sometimes that goal is a little bit unrealistic, unachievable. We want to achieve 10x goal, but if it's sometimes we are overextend ourselves and really create unrealistic goal, that will reduce our willpower. So that means we need to create as big goal that doesn't, it needs to scare us, but doesn't need to reduce our motivation and doesn't need to take away our willpower. Because some goals really excites me, but if I create even too big a goal, too stretch, that will start to reduce the willpower. And of course, that's a balance. That is not easy thing to do, to create enough big goal to really expand your comfort zone and really 10x your goal, but at the same time not to do to 15, 20x goal that you start to reduce your willpower and start being afraid to pursue that. And last 10 is lack of social support. Lack of social support. That means that Willpower increases when you have a support, because people who says to you that when you pursue something meaningful, it says like, when you will need support, come and I will do whatever you want. If you will fall, I will be there. If you will succeed, I will be there. And only knowing that there is people who will be there no matter what, it increases willpower 10x, because you know that there's people are rooting for you. So that means that if you don't have somebody like this, it's very important just to go and find people like this. That means that we are not able to go, oh, like, it's easy to speak with you, you have a brother like this. No, like, that means that you're able to find a family, chosen family. That means you're able to spend 1 hour a day to grow yourself. Now, when you grow yourself, you're able to change your station. And when you change your station, you will find people like this. Because I know that people who are not improving, getting better, pursuing goals, they are not as happy, and sometimes they are not as grateful, and they are not as supportive as people who really pursuing things, because they know that people who pursue things, they want support and they become more supportive. So people who really moving forward, they will always be supportive and encouraging. So that's why when you pursue something meaningful, you need to become yourself supportive, at the same time support others. And people want to be around supportive people, and they will support you as well. So lack of support is one of the big things as well, what really reduces willpower. Because when you feel that you are lone wolf, when you feel that you're on your own, and there's nobody else understanding you, that will reduce a little bit of willpower. So there's a lot of other things probably is that reducing willpower, but those are the main things that really reduces willpower, and we need to take care of them every single day to make sure that we're able to move to success. Because success is not achieved over the day. Success is achieved day after day, controlling our willpower and taking action daily, consistently, persistently, with resilient, that you're able to achieve the meaningful goals. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.